All right, hey y'all, I want to talk to you today a little bit about being a real foodie and what that means. And I've got some useful information I want to share with you today. And regardless of where you are in your holistic health journey, whether you're an SHT veteran that's still trying to piece together the basics, or maybe you're an SHT veteran that has a lot of the approved options in there that you feel like are probably not serving you very well, or maybe you have a problem with carbohydrates even though they're from the right sources, or maybe you're a real foodie that's figured stuff out on your own and you haven't learned from us yet, but you're doing real food in your own way but still having a hard time figuring all that stuff out. Or if you've never had any experience with real food but you know that you want to jump into it and you're just not sure how to do it, then I feel like this video is going to be for you. So when I look back at my journey, I started out just like everybody else. And I was looking for a lot of options for the things that I recently learned at the time were toxic, were not good for you, So I was doing, compared to where I am now, I was drinking a lot more alcohol, but a lot less than what I was doing before I got my diagnosis. And keep in mind, the reason that I started this whole holistic health journey of my own and decided to make a business out of it to empower others was because I went in for a checkup. My first checkup since being out of the military, and I was close to 300 pounds. I think at my heaviest I was like 275, 280 pounds. I was pre-diabetic. I was on high blood pressure meds. I was on a statin for lipid numbers. I took Claritin every day, Zantac every day, and just felt horrible relative to how I feel now. I mean, I feel so amazing now. And that was my big wake-up call. And so when I first started learning about all this information, just like everyone else, I was looking for all these different alternatives. And so most nights I was having a pretty significant amount of alcohol. I was eating approved ice cream, like Strauss ice cream. I had no problem going to approved chips and things that had the right ingredients. I remember going into Whole Foods and some natural health food stores, always looking at the ingredients on different products, and if they checked out, I'd be like, all right, well, it's made with the right stuff, so it's got to be fine. And I saw a lot of improvements. I went from 275 pounds to I hovered around probably 230, 225 pounds for a while. And when I started my business back in 2012, end of 2012 here in Las Vegas, I mean, I had no idea how to promote myself here, and I remember going around and doing talks at Whole Foods and some mind, body, spirit centers, and I landed a couple of deals with some local gyms, and I was hovering around that 220, 225 pound range. And of course, as time has gone on, I've evolved, my understanding has evolved, my education and learning has evolved, my experience with clients and group progressions has evolved, and I am personally constantly trying to optimize my health, really trying to optimize how amazing I feel on a daily basis, which to me is my biggest indicator for health. And as I'm doing that, I'm experimenting on myself, I experiment on my clients, I experiment on the people that we work with, we get feedback, and we come back, and that's how we create these programs that we create. And today I'm hovering around 200, 202 pounds, which is the leanest or lightest I've ever been since my 20s. And that's been pretty effortless since I've implemented some of these principles that we've recently kind of experimented with and really made a part of our foundation. And I'll be the first to say, weight is not the greatest measure of progress, because of course, if you're lifting weights and doing some intense physical activity, you may be putting on muscle mass and redistributing weight in some way, but my performance is continually getting better, my conditioning is getting better, my strength is still there, I still deadlift a pretty significant amount and back squat a pretty significant amount. So I feel like weight for me, relative to where it's been before, is a decent indicator of where my progress has been going. Plus, I have had 2 different DEXA scans over the past 6 months, and my body fat continues to get better and better and better. So I'm not, like I always say it, I'm not like Colby. Colby takes his shirt off, he looks like Captain America. I took my shirt off, very happy and proud of who I am, but I'm more like a big gorilla. Like, we were just standing in here a while ago with our shirts off, and it's like, we look so different, and at the same time I feel like I look really fit and lean, especially compared to where I was when I started this whole journey. So everyone's going to have a different experience with all that stuff, but the biggest game changer for me has been understanding what it means to be a real foodie, and then coming up with my own personal guidelines that keep me on track as far as that stuff goes, and we try to share that with other people. Something else that I've learned over the years is that it's not, a lot of us get into these ruts where we eat the same thing day in and day out. And we're missing out on a lot of nutrients that are necessary, that are beneficial, that help facilitate body composition changes and feeling amazing and better energy levels and all the different things that we're looking for to shift internally and externally. So understanding nutrient spectrums and superfoods and how often to incorporate those things has been a real big game changer for me. And then also over the past few years, ketogenic has been a really big buzzword here recently. Low carb has been a buzzword for quite some time now. And we've been messing with ketogenic and low carb since 2013, 2014. I did my stint where I did a lot of, what might be considered biohacking, where I was measuring glucose numbers and breath ketones and blood ketones and urine stick ketones and pulses throughout the day, and we track that in graphs and do all kinds of crazy stuff, and we measure out our food and weigh it and try to get the macros right so that we could get good numbers in different areas and all this kind of stuff. And what I've learned over the years is one of the most useful tools that we can use is going to be a glucometer to see how our blood sugar levels are impacted by specific meals and specific foods. So that's been a really big game changer for me. And so what we've done is we've tied all that together into a real food progression that we call the SHT Purist and Fat Loss Progression. And unlike our previous SHT programs, you do not have to have the prerequisite of going through an SHT to be eligible to participate in this program. Anybody can participate in this program. And I feel like whether you're an SHT veteran still trying to figure things out, or whether you're a real foodie of your own right that you figured out things on your own but still trying to figure things out, or you've never experienced real food at all and you're wondering where to go and how to start, I think this is a great entry point because it is going to be a little bit more restrictive, and at the same time it is the way that we do things. So the people that I associate myself with the most that follow my guidelines, people like the coaches here at the CrossFit Combine, like John and Ryan and Colby, and then some of our strongest supporters and people that have worked with us in the Purist and Fat Loss program in the past, or that we associate with ourselves with a lot because they learn from us as we talk about this stuff. This is our default. This is the way that we do things now. And so this program is a 6-week program, and the first 2 weeks are focused on the Purist guidelines, which is our real food guidelines. So we're going to have some guidelines around how often you can consume some of these approved things that have the right ingredients, but that were probably not serving you very well. We're also going to talk about macro guidelines, how to balance things properly, and also portion control when it comes to carbohydrates and which carbohydrates are appropriate. After the first 2 weeks, we get into blood sugar testing. And we'll do blood sugar testing around meals, and we'll also do blood sugar testing around specific carbohydrates like our safe starches and fruits to see how blood sugar levels are being impacted by these foods. Because the reality is, if my blood sugar levels are elevated after a meal or after a specific food for an extended period of time, it is impossible for my body to tap into fat stores. No matter how real the food is or how low carb it is even, if my blood sugar levels are being impacted, it's pretty much impossible for my body to tap into fat stores in the space in between meals. And so we want to get some information about how these specific foods are affecting us. Throughout the entire 6-week progression, we're going to have superfood guidelines where we talk about the nutritional benefits of broadening your nutrient spectrum by getting specific plant matter guidelines in there, and then also specific superfoods that we'll recommend every week that you try to incorporate if you're not doing those things already. And then throughout the entire 6-week progression, we'll be experimenting with what we call strategic fasting, which incorporates 12-hour fast, 16-hour fast, 24-hour fast, maybe some 36-hour fast, and for those of us that are ready for it, maybe some extended fast towards the end. And those are all completely optional, but they tend to be extremely beneficial and they fit really well when people have been following something like this for a little bit. So we're really excited about the program. I feel like this is the way to do things as far as food goes. Unlike the SHT and some other things that we've done in the past, this does not incorporate our other foundations into it. So we're not doing the meditation and priming practice. We're not focusing on circadian rhythms and grounding and being outdoors and all those things that we know are important for health. But this is meant to be a very simplified program only focused on food. So the meetings are going to be relatively short, less than an hour guaranteed. I've done some private ones here recently and some of them were 30 minutes long. And we're just really excited about it. So the program comes with a bonus refresher course, which goes through some of our foundational concepts, and that's going to be an online video. The first meeting is going to be on Sunday, May 6th at, let me make sure I get this right. Hold on a second. Sunday, May 6th at 10:30 a.m. here at our office, here at the CrossFit Combine. And then every other meeting after that is going to be every 2 weeks after that at 11:30 on Saturdays. And there's a calendar associated with this in our blog post, and we'd love to see you there. And what else? Just make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Oh, pricing for it. So the standard pricing for this program is $196 for the entire 6-week program. That comes with a guide, it comes with handouts, it comes with all our different guidelines, it comes with all the different meetings, it comes with a refresher course that's going to be online, and it also comes with a glucometer. Now, if you're a veteran SHT member, or if you're a veteran superhuman, or if you're a CrossFit Combine member, you have a special discount, just let us know and we'll give you the code for that. Or if you're in the SHT membership, this is free and part of your membership. So any of you that are not in the membership, you can join the membership at any time, and you pay a nominal monthly fee. And for that nominal monthly fee, although you are committed to a year for that annual monthly fee, for that nominal monthly fee, you're committed for a year, that comes with a whole year of programming, including a couple of SHTs and all the advanced programs that we offer. So if you have any questions, email us, comment, let us know what's on your mind. And like I said before, I think that this is the way to do things as a real foodie. I think for most of us, we need those approved options when we first come into this, holistic real food realm. It's nice to know that we can turn to different things for chips and cookies and crackers and pizzas and all the different things, and ice creams and desserts. But I think at some point we have to learn to optimize and strategize around what is going to be the thing that makes me feel my best, not what's just acceptable. And that's what this program is all about. So it's really a giant experiment to see the impact on how we look, feel, and perform, and controlling for factors that we know impact body composition. Okay? Perfect time for summer. Looking forward to seeing y'all all at that first meeting.